Right, guys, we're on to the next guest, and you may recognise them. I'm sure you will. It's Ryan and Liam, the tall Sparky, and RD Davis. Do you want to introduce yourselves as what you do?
Yeah, well, my name's Ryan Davis, R Davis Electrical on socials, and I'm a electrician. As simple as that. Yeah, and I make rubbish videos on the internet. There you go.
They are awful.
Pretty much the same. I'm the tall Sparky, commercial and domestic electrician, K&L Electrical.
Check that a bit closer.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That should be fine. So, what? First date of the show, how have you found it?
Do you know what? Well, I've only been here, 45 minutes. It's the same old, though, isn't it?
That's exactly what I've been saying.
It's exactly the same. I've been to, 100 of these now.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to be careful what I say, but I totally agree.
This is about my 8th show.
Well, we've actually got some of the bosses walking past there now, but it is the same thing.
Something needs to be done different in terms of, like, I don't know, more interactive or something. You go and look at all the brands. We see all this online, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, as obviously we're all on social media, so we see a lot of this. I get some people's not, so they can see the tools. But something, I just know, something's missing for me.
Yeah,
to be different for everyone.
It needs
to be
a bit
different.
of oomph to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't even get great discounts here, do you?
No.
Like a lot of CK and certain brands, don't even know how to say brands, they don't give you no discount at all. So people really want to come here to get good deals.
I think people assume that, don't they?
Yeah,
people assume you're going to get a good deal and you get niche.
You'll find exactly the same online.
Yeah.
I literally walked around yesterday when I had 5 minutes spare, and I was like, yeah, I'm done now. That's literally all I needed.
Yeah, go round once, maybe twice. Well, that's the reason why I come on a Friday. Nice chilled, walk round, couple of beers after.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like for me it's more of like a social
event.
Networking now rather than actually seeing the brands.
But that's how it should be. It's like the installer show, an amazing show. They only do one show a year. Yeah, it's 3 days, but everyone gets together. It's a proper vibe. Here, there's so many shows up and down the country. I think it takes away that little bit of like making it feel special.
Yeah,
you know, if they just did one big show in Birmingham, everyone comes down. But it'd be incredible.
It'd be like the CF Live then, I guess. So that's once every 2 years now.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, I remember last year was on the Wago stand, wasn't it? It was massive.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
How many of these Lex are there here? About 8 in there?
It's 8 or 9. So you are only supposed to, technically, not supposed to go to one, but you're supposed to go to your area one, I guess.
Yeah.
So I can imagine if you went to one a year, it wouldn't be too bad.
Well, the Coventry one's really good.
Yeah.
The Sandown one's good.
Yeah.
This one's always a bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
So I've been asking people like random questions, which we will get to, but obviously because you guys are content creators as well, I should maybe talk a bit more about the social stuff and how you're finding it, and like how you find it at the minute. Like for me, I'm finding, like obviously so many people are doing it now. I'm starting to get a little bit bored of it, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah, you the same?
I'm stuck in like a proper rut at the moment where it's just like draining and jarring. And
it's gone more from a hobby to me to more of like a job. And
well, to me, it is very much so a job for me now. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a different situation maybe to what Liam's in, but yeah, for me, it's very much a job. So I still have to keep myself relevant, or try and keep myself relevant. Still try and produce content. Because I've got sponsors and stuff, and I've got companies that sponsor me and blah, blah, and they expect videos and whatnot, so I've still got to keep myself. If that wasn't the case, I would have ducked out of this like months ago and just had like 6 months off.
Yeah, no, I took. How do you find it? Like, you just started new. Are you enjoying it?
I do enjoy social media, but like you said, there's so many people doing it now. You've got to be slightly different. Like, you know, saying my videos.
Well, you definitely are different.
Mine are different. Mine are extreme, yeah.
6'9".
Yeah, so yeah, but I know what you mean. If you got social media and you do like electrical, you get so many more coming on and on. So many people starting trying to get hold of this social media that it does become a little bit boring. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah, there is times I enjoy it, and like it's like you've been doing it years, or I've been doing it years. It's, I don't know, you're going home, you've got to edit the video, you're still doing that. And it's just like, but it's like you said, I've messed up really. I've become reliant on the money I'm getting from social media.
Yeah.
So it's now I got to do that. But it's the same as like I got to go to work anyway. I got to do. So it's the same concept.
I know, but it's so like there's so many jobs. Like, I did a job the other day, fitted a consumer unit. Oh, this would be great to film. But you just want to get in there and smash it out, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't want to be setting up tripods and whatnot and record it. I want to get in, get out as quick as I can, stuck underneath. So, like, even though you are working, there's certain jobs where you can't film or you don't want to film.
That's
and
right.
then you go, I go, I'm definitely going to film this today, and then I end up just not doing any of it. And it's like,
if you get a bit busy, you can't film it, can you?
No, you can't.
I've been
No,
pushed
no.
last week, so I can't film because I need to get stuff done. I haven't got time to be messing around.
If
filming.
I'm doing I did like an under cabinet lighting video, under cabinet lights take me 2-3 hours. If I'm filming it, it's a whole day.
Yeah.
It's a whole day involved in it.
Yeah.
So like I have to set aside certain jobs where I just like, even though you should usually take me 2 hours, you've got to set aside a whole day. And people don't realise that.
No, they don't.
No, you're getting paid X amount, but you're not booking in jobs after it.
No.
Yeah.
That's your day. That's your day done, isn't it?
Yeah. What about you? What's your aim with social media? Is it to get more work for your business, or is it?
No, I don't really I just like being on social media. I've had a few people approach me about things, had been sent things and all that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I just enjoy. I've done it because I enjoyed it at the beginning, yeah. And I didn't realise my following would pick up so much because obviously the way I talk and I'm a little bit of stream and that. And then I've just continued it. I make a little bit of money out of it, get some free stuff out of it.
Yeah.
No, obviously, as you'd imagine, not a great deal, but
I
it's
think
nice.
that's the nice sort of. You're in that nice zone where it's still fun, and like, oh man, I would love to be back there. Now, I just feel so much pressure from it all.
There is pressure. Like it's
So
like when
much
I
pressure
go,
on it.
I know I need to get certain videos out in the month, and trying to find time to record it. I get stressed about it. Like, it's like,
Massively. Well, see how grey I am because of it. Christ.
no, I don't want to sound like a motor. Like I think I'm in a similar. I'm just a bit demotivated a minute. It'll bounce back. So I go through stages. Same with normal work as well. I'll have a dip, and then I love it again now. I'm sure it'll.
Yeah, of course. That's how life is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And people see like the social media. Yeah, you got X amount of followers. Must be great. No, it's not. It's not as great as people make out. It really isn't. It comes with so much stress.
People will be watching this. Oh yeah, how are you moaning about that?
Yeah. No, I can see it now. No, but honestly, like hand on heart, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I guarantee you.
All right, I've been asking people a question. If you had all the time and money in the world to master any skill or hobby, whatever, what would it be for both of you? I'll start with Ryan, and then we'll go on to Liam.
In the trade or just in general?
Literally anything. So if you could completely give everything up now, you got all the time and money in the world, what would you do?
Travelling the world.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Yacht round the Med. 3 months round the Med. I've got it all planned out. Then I'll go over to the Caribbean and I'm around the Caribbean for a little while.
Plan, this?
Yeah. And then we'll go Australia, then Asia. That's what I'll be doing. Yeah, getting far away from this place as possible.
Can't argue with that. What about yourself, Liam?
What are you saying? What I'd like to do, or what career?
I said I would like to be like a Formula One driver, travel the world, racing. Like if I could master any skill, that's what I would be.
I'd be a fighter jet pilot.
All right,
You know what I mean?
You couldn't get in the cockpit. What are you on about? 747. Fighter jet pilot. How's your vision?
That's got to be the great
2020.
Doing the barrel rolls and all of that.
It does look incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of planes. I don't think that would be for me.
Nah, that G-force and just like, oh no.
It'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Is any of you got anything exciting coming up that you can say or?
Not that I can say no.
We'll leave it at there.
Yeah.
I'm going to Brazil next Thursday for a month.
Oi.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I thought Brazil was kind of like a, rough place. Like
No. It depends
He's not
what
going
area-
for Bellas.
Depends what area you go to, doesn't it?
Well, is it like just holidays?
Yeah. So I'm going for a month. We're going to move around the country a little bit.
Nice.
Look at you.
I know.
Wow.
How do you manage that though? Because obviously you work for yourself. How can you...
So I've got other electricians who are little firms like me who will be covering my work. JK Electrical is here, be one of them, and another guy in Maidstone. So even if they go on holiday, I'll cover their work for the month.
That's a great way of doing
That's
it.
awesome. That's a good
And then we
relationship.
swap back and forth.
How did you fall into like meeting people to do that?
Do you know what? I actually met JK Electrical through the social media game, and he lives in Essex, which is, I live in Kent, so the other side of the bridge. Just started getting on, and he's been coming over to help me out with jobs back and forth. A guy I know from locally, and we just cover each other's work if it's not possible for someone to be there.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good little...
Yeah, I love that.
A lot of my work is for letting agents as well, and it's reactive maintenance. So I'll get the email and it needs to be done within 24 hours. But I could just forward it on to them.
They all go on holiday for a week, and Liam here goes away for a month. They're like, hold on, I'm covering your work for a month. What's this about?
They're not doing it for free. Believe me. They're not doing it for free.
I only did 3 days in Skegness. You're going a month in Brazil. Have a laugh.
Yeah, you've been paying them well.
Yeah.
Nah, I appreciate you coming on, guys. There's been a lot of standing about for me today because people are a bit camera shy, so I appreciate you coming on.
I wasn't sure if I was going to understand you with you being Welsh and that, but it's not been too bad.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks.
He's not as well. No, he's not that well. So there's a still slight little tang there, isn't there?
No, I'm fully Welsh. I just can't speak very well. That's all it is.
Alex is a good player.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Go and check him out on socials. The Tall Sparky. Is that your name
Tall
on
Sparky, yeah.
And then obviously RD. You probably all follow him anyway.
Everyone knows Ryan Davis.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, guys.
Lovely.
No,
thank
cheers.
you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Right, guys, we're joined by our next guest, and it is Chauvin, Arnoux, the legends themselves, and we're joined by Elliot and Julian. And yeah, if you'd like to introduce yourselves a little bit and what your role is in Chauvin, Arnoux, and then we'll get going.
Not a problem. I'm Elliot Jose, Regional Sales and Technical Manager. First of all, I just want to say thanks for having us on. I support customers with equipment, basically, training them up and helping them wherever I can possible. So that is my job and role within Chauvin Arnoux. Over to you, Julian.
Yeah, thank you. My name's Julian Grant. I've been here 10 years. So I'm the General Manager of Chauvin Arnoux UK. And prior to that, I've done 27 years at Mega, a couple of years at Seawood. So test equipment my entire life, since 17, really.
So we got a lot of experience sitting by here.
We'd like to think so, wouldn't we? We'd like to say so.
If we had to drag you out the electrical industry, what would you be doing?
You wouldn't drag me out of it. That would not be possible. But, what would I be doing? Everyone would, it's the age-old thing, isn't it? Sitting on a beach somewhere and enjoying life.
No, you have to work. Okay. You have to work.
What would I be doing? I don't know. It's a really hard question. This is an industry that I've been in since I was 16. I've started off as an apprentice testing all instruments. So it's an industry that I haven't stepped away from. And it's one that probably I don't think I'll ever step away from. So it's really hard for me to sit here and think what would I want to be doing other than what I do. So I love what I do, and it's...
I think he's just saying that because I'm here.
Not at all. If I hated it, I would say I hated it. But it's not... what would I do? I'd like to get a property. I read a lot of property books and stuff like that. And
like buying and selling?
No, renting more than anything.
Yeah.
So I've got one at the moment, and it's something that... age-old thing, everyone hates a landlord, but something I'm quite interested in. It's something I listen and read a lot of stuff about it. So
there you go. That's a good answer.
Yeah, that is what I would do.
What about yourself, Julian?
Well, mine's proper left field, innit, because I did this. So I worked for Mega, as I said, for 27 years. After that, I went to Seawood, and when I left Seawood, I was paid. This is such a brilliant thing. I was paid to be off work for a year. So basically the owner of the business didn't want me working for any other test equipment company for a year, so he paid me to be off. And in that year, I spent 40 grand on a 4-acre field and rescued pigs.
So random.
So I've always liked pigs. The whole children's pet and farm thing. I always thought pigs were cute. And when I was off, this piece of land came up for sale, so I thought, I'll just buy it anyway as an investment. But then I was talking to someone at the RSPCA, and they were saying they have so many micro pigs that end up needing to be rescued, because when pigs are born, they're tiny. So people think, oh, look, cute micro pig.
They want to take loads of pigs on.
I'll take this home, and it's going to be a cute little pet. But after about a year...
it gets 20 stone heavier. And
starts eating all the food in the house.
Exactly. So I bought a field, and for the year that I was paid to be off work, I rescued pigs. We were registered with the RSPCA, and my claim to fame is that I had 46 rescued pigs at the end of it.
Oh my God.
And then when I came to work at Chauvin Arnoux, and obviously couldn't keep up with managing the pigs, so they all went to a rare breed centre in Maidstone, and I sold the field.
Nice. Was you like managing that yourself? Like, was you going to feed them, or was you having people doing that?
No. Every day, me and my wife Jo, because she used to work at Mega as well. When I left Mega to go to Seawood, they didn't want her to stay there, so we were both available. Yeah, so literally every day jumped on a quad bike, rode out to the field.
It's quite a nice thing to do, though. It's giving back in some
I built the paddock fencing. I built the sties that they lived in. Yeah. We fed them every day. I've got videos. These things are such an intelligent animal. We turn up at the field, and like the pigs would literally run the length of the field to come and see us. And
no way.
Amazing.
This kind of leads into my next question. I think that kind of answers it as well. It's like, if you had all the time and money in the world, what hobby would you like to master, or a skill would you like to master? So I guess that would be yours.
I reckon, if I had all the money in the world and didn't have to work, I think I'd probably like to just go and do my version of Clarkson's farm.
Yes, I love that. I love that shit.
Just buy a big old farm, chuck a bunch of animals in it. Probably doesn't need to be
on the scale, but it still
doesn't need to make money, because
if you've got all the money in the world, why would you need to?
And I think just, I don't want to sound, being at one with nature and hanging out with these animals, it's very, very relaxing. It takes away all the stress. So that'd be me, pig farmer.
What about you, Elliot?
All the money in the world
and time, so you can master anything.
I've done a bit of travelling, and it was the most beautiful couple of months. I went to Vietnam and Cambodia, and it was really, really relaxing and nice. And I'd like to do a little bit more. So if I had all the money in the world, start off by going travelling and then see where it takes me. I think I'd definitely explore a bit. I'm not tied down on so many different levels that'd be good. Be the case.
I think that would be a lot of people's thing.
What about you anyway? Come on, what's
Formula One? I'd love to be able, if I had all the time and money, to be able to drive a Formula One car.
Okay.
Just to drive it, or to literally be a racing driver?
If I could, it'd be a racing driver. I think it'd just be so cool. But you need a lot of money.
You do need
and
a lot
time.
of money.
You need money and talent.
Yeah, and talent. Yeah. So that would be mine. But anyway, we'll end it with one quick question now. If you go back to see one historical event, what would it be?
Oh, is it quite a personal sort of, when you say historic, is it personal to us as individuals? So a traumatic event?
Anything.
Okay,
anything.
Historical.
I not necessarily an event for me, but I'd like to go back to the time of the pyramids and shit to see
watch them being built.
Yeah,
well, that'd be a good
built,
one.
just what's going on there. I just find them so interesting and fascinating.
They are interesting.
That would be my kind of. I'd love to go back. How the hell did they build that?
I don't know about going back to a particular monumental event, but I think I'd like to go back and live in a simpler time.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe that's related to my desire to just hang out at a farm and not do very much for the rest of my life, but the rat race, the stress, the constantly chasing bills, mortgages, live to work, work to live, all of that lot.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back to a more mundane, relaxed
I think it's quite a nice
lifestyle.
angle. It's something we don't think about a lot, but that rat race you're talking about, we're all on it to a certain degree, and you can get stuck in that, can't you?
See, with you working for me at Chauvin, Arnoux, I don't want you to relax or stuff.
No, of course.
100% all the time.
So I want you to embrace the rat race and work as hard as you can to earn as much as you can.
That's it.
While I relax.
Well, I wouldn't say that. We all work hard here, as you know, and it's
true.
Make work your play, and you will never work another day in your life. Someone once told me.
Inspirational.
It's I've always tried to make work my play. I genuinely enjoy what I do, and it's not because he's just saying it. I'm saying it. I'm saying this regardless. So it's really good. We've got a good team.
Yeah. How are you finding the show today?
Show's been great. It's I love talking about the products. I love talking about. We've got some really good power quality analyzers and power and energy loggers is some of the stuff that we've got.
Yeah.
And it's really good. So
obviously you guys know I use them as well. I love it. I love the gear. I think it's awesome.
That's good. It's our first show. We're doing 4 this year.
And what ones are they, so people can keep an eye out for?
So we're doing, I don't know what order they're in. We're doing this one, we're doing Sandown Park, we're doing Coventry, and we're doing Harrogate.
Yeah, good ones.
We're doing Harrogate because it's near to us. I think Coventry might be a little bit quiet this year because of CEF Live, and there's probably an influx of people going to that instead.
We done Coventry last year and it was really busy. It was a good one of the better ones. People love just to go to the shows, get a day off work and
so
go.
Coventry was the famous curry event last year.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, so no, it's been a good show for us.
What about you? Have you enjoyed the show so far?
Yeah, to be fair, it's been hard trying to get people on the podcast because a lot of people are camera shy.
Of course.
I don't like being forceful with people. I don't like, oh, come on. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's been good. It's like for Navitas, it's been great. Obviously, they seem busy over there. But yeah, now we're getting there. We still got obviously the rest of the day and tomorrow. I would imagine tomorrow will be busier as well. So,
well, we got another 3 Chauvin Arnoux staff. So
yeah, we'll get them on.
We'll get on as many people as we can. I'll try and think of some different questions, or I'll ask them the same questions.
Ask them the same. It's got to be very similar. We want like for like, just to see what they would do if they had loads of money. And
I will. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I appreciate you guys coming on. Thanks for that. And great.
Cheers for
you guys watching.
No worries. Thanks. Cheers. See you later.
Right, guys, we've got another guest on, and if you'd like to introduce yourself, give them your name, what you do, if you've got your own company or if you work somewhere, whatever, or your socials, look into that camera and tell them.
How you doing, guys? My name is Kieran Wilson. I am self-employed. I have my own company, KW1 Electrical, and I am based in South London area.
Nice. I appreciate you coming on because, like I've said, a lot of people are too scared to come on, which I understand. I get it. But we've got some random questions to ask you, so don't panic too much. Not going to be anything technical.
I'm ready.
But the first one is, if you had all the time and money in the world, what skill or hobby would you like to master? Chucked you on the spot now.
Yeah.
So
what would I like to master?
You into any sports or anything like that?
I do, but I was never into it that much. I was more hands-on with stuff, so I'll probably say coding.
Coding,
yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. So if you had all the time and money in the world, coding.
I'll do coding.
Fairs. Mine was Formula 1 driving.
Oh.
So
that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
I'm a wild driver sometimes, so yeah, I can see it.
Travel the world, as long as I don't crash, obviously. But
the travel the world part, yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Good,
for sure.
Yeah. Have you ever had any customer nightmares or job nightmares?
I have had a few.
That you can say.
Sure I can say, I'm pretty sure a lot more people have actually had that too as well. It's like me being in the trade now as an electrician, when you do certain jobs and especially when you're working with clients that actually stay home, so you have to work around them. When it comes to the end part of payment, I've been stiffed about a few times for a few grand. So
no way.
Yeah.
You're all the time though.
Yeah.
So much. It just winds me up. It's just so annoying. Why couldn't we take a card reader and make them pay on the spot?
Well, I've actually got a card reader now just for that as well. But the thing that gets to me is that when you actually there talking and conversating with them, they're happy, you're checking that everything's good for them, and then just the final part where it comes to payment, it's almost like they're oblivious to everything.
Yeah, they won't go into Tesco's, take the bottle of Coke, drink it, and then put it back. I just don't understand. But yeah, all right, this will kind of lead into the next question. What's 3 things you'd change about the industry, or 3 things that you like about the industry? You can mix them up.
Change, one thing for sure I definitely change is less division, because I've noticed for myself, seeing other sites and jobs that I've done, it's too divided. So you have a set of people that do metal munching, a set of people that do like the data and the AV and stuff.
Yeah.
A set of people that would only do first fix and second fix.
Oh, so you have teams of doing each kind of.
I'm coming from an era where I was taught to do everything.
Yeah.
So if I were to change anything, I would like anybody that's doing anything to do it with quality, but to be able to do everything.
Yeah, I can imagine they get quite boring just doing the same. If you're just doing containment all the time, that must get so repetitive.
I can't do it. I like a challenge.
Yeah.
So if I'm too used to doing something, I need to change it up, because now that's easy for me. I need to do something where I've never done before, or something that would challenge my mind and make me think, okay.
Yeah, I know. You don't want to just go in there standby mode where you just. Yeah.
I like to know a lot of stuff, so I don't like to be sitting down, and if you was to ask me about a certain thing, I'll be like, what's that? I like to be able to say, oh yeah, I've used this before, I've done this.
Yeah,
this is an alternative.
Variety. That's what I like about the electrical industry. As an electrician, I just love the variety of work. And you're out and about all the time. It's just so much. Everything's different all the time. So as long as you're not doing the same thing, it can be really good. But again, if you wasn't in the electrical industry, what would you do?
Architecture.
Oh, nice.
Architecture, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
wanted to study that in uni at one point, but because I'm not a book savvy person, sitting down for like 7 years.
Is that how long it takes? I think I've heard about architect taking a long time to...
Yeah.
It'd be cool, though, designing.
I like designing.
Yeah.
I do it now, especially in the field when you speak to certain clients. Some of them don't know anything, so I kind of design
Help them
and
with
build
it.
certain things.
Okay.
And recommend sort of.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it makes perfect sense. But is there anything you want to say or get off your chest? Anything?
No, apart from I'm happy to meet you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very
But
much.
nah, that's it for this one, guys. That's another guest, and I just want to say thank you for coming on again. And if you've got any socials you want to tag or your company you want to shout out,
Yeah, company is at KW1 Electrical on Instagram. You can look me up online as well.
where you based?
I'm based in South London, sort of Croydon Borough, but if I'm completely honest, I say this to everyone, I don't stay around the area. I'm around London, and sometimes I do work outside of London as well.
Okay, well there we go, guys. If you need someone from the areas, go and check them out. And thank you again.
Appreciate it.
Hey guys, so just to wrap up the you all right?
Yeah, fine. Just tired.
It has been a long day. I was going to say just to wrap up the first day, but it looks like everyone's just summarised it. But
Everyone's wrapped up.
yeah. But overall, positive. Yeah, how are we feeling?
Well, okay, let me ask this question. James, who has literally manned the podcast stand all
Well done,
day.
James, as well.
Yeah,
You've done a really good job.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you haven't watched back the content yet.
Not at all, not even listened. No. In fact,
Basically Joe Rogan.
I heard that. That was the feedback someone told me.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, short, fat, bald. No, all jokes aside, it's definitely been harder manning two stands.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've been doing like a kind of
Cameo
floating role, haven't you?
Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't sat down.
No, you haven't. This is first time, isn't it?
Oh no, actually, I did sneak a little sit earlier. There you go. There.
Did you actually?
Yeah, sneak a little. Mate, I had to wait until 3 o'clock before my first piss break.
What was your rule to me when we first did the ELEX shows or when we did trade shows? What was the rule?
Don't sit down.
You never sit down.
What's the reason? Unprofessional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're sat, right, if you've got your stand, right, and you're sat down, you see a few of them around here now, sat down around a table, whatever. If you're walking past a stand, are you really kind of like, oh yeah, I really want to go and see them and talk to them? Well, okay,
It
let's sit
depends.
down at the meeting.
If there's no one about it and then you see someone coming, you stand up, maybe a bit different. But I see where you're coming from. Definitely. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with Will. It does look a bit shit. Like you can't be bothered. Yeah, you look quite lethargic.
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
doesn't
You're here to
incentivise me.
engage people, and you're like, hey, come look at our stuff, or you know, just talk. And if you're sat there with your mates around the table, literally looking at people doing it over there.
Exactly that. So talking about engaging,
Yes, sir.
do you feel that there was enough engagement to warrant this event for us today, at least?
For which now? For Navitas or Talk Up?
Well, I can't really speak on Talk Up, but Navitas.
What do you reckon, Joe?
Well, no, for Navitas, he wasn't there.
I didn't hear what you said.
To be fair, what I've seen from you've both been busy all day around there, so that's always a good thing, right?
No, I was saying in terms of the engagement, do you feel that warranted us being here? Like in terms of what we've got from that?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, do you know what's still driving me up the bend?
No.
Right? And I'm going to look into the camera as I say this. I'm talking to all of you, right, driving me up the bend. The amount of electricians that want to buy our stuff.
Yeah.
The amount of people that love the brand, love the product and everything else. And the biggest feedback we're constantly getting is, yeah, but my local wholesaler stocks
XYZ,
else.
yeah.
And it's just like, and what bothers me is when I speak to them, who's that wholesaler? And they will tell me, I'm like, oh, because we've spoken to them, we've spoken to that geezer's manager, we've spoken to his boss, and they're the ones telling us, oh yeah, no, people only buy this brand. Look, well, they don't, they actually want ours.
What do you reckon it is then? Do you reckon it is just fear that they would get caught with their pants down?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the wholesaler. I mean, I'm tired. I don't want to get too deep in it. I might say something that we have to edit out later.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of politics.
Right, okay, yeah, we'll leave it on that note. Yeah, it's just more politics. Okay, but in terms of the Talk Up stand, the Talk Up stand.
Yeah, it's been good, like chatting to different people and whatever, and obviously we made it a bit more jokey and fun.
Yeah.
But it's been difficult getting people on, which I understand. Like, if I was in their position and never done any content or anything, I would not want to be sat in front of a camera talking to random people.
Yeah, because they're all scared about what you're going to ask me.
Yes.
Technical. People are worried about technical questions. I'm like, I'm not going to ask you anything technical. I'm not going to ask you ZS results or anything.
Do you know what that might be? So I had Kimmy on the stand earlier.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name. He was on the solar guy.
I can't remember his name, but he was a lovely guy. Yeah,
really nice guy. Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, we watch your stuff because like you guys get really technical into things and deep into things and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I realised they're talking about me and when I nerd out.
Yeah.
James is like, yeah, you do that, yeah. and they're worried that, like, so that's what. This is obviously a part of the identity that our podcast has obviously received, that they go to it because it's a fun way of learning about things.
Which is good.
There's another podcast that is, just can chew the fat about anything except for whatever. And then there's other podcasts that are so nerdy that there's... Cheers, guys. That there's no like laugh or joke. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like the E5 podcast, for example, is just like...
That's you learn from that, but it's like
that's
you got to
a
zone into that.
That's a seminar, yeah. You don't yawn because when you miss something...
Yeah. I tried to watch one the other day. I love watching now.
Yeah.
I had to rewind it about 3. I was like, I do not understand what's going on. It just makes you feel so stupid listening to that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, well,
go for it.
Terrible cat. Plays basketball as well.
Yeah. Are you guys going to be here tomorrow?
Not a bad catch.
No. Are you guys going to be here tomorrow?
No, I'm not. No, unfortunately. But I'm on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, and you'll get my contact on the website and stuff. So
Right,
so
legendary
there you
stuff.
go, guys.
Then,
We've just been chucked shore grips, and we'll be looking at these and speaking to these guys, but they're not here tomorrow. So.
Okay, maybe I will, but you guys here tomorrow.
Yeah, we're here for both days.
What's your Instagram handle, bud? So we can just...
it's on here, I think.
Shore grips.
at Shore Grips,
Is it on here? There you go. Oh, the website is. Yeah, cool.
I'm not really one for the social media. I don't do that, but at Shore grips. And the same with TikTok. Thank you very much.
No worries at all,
mate.
pal, okay?
But yeah, if I do come down tomorrow, this might be the reason why I come down.
There you go.
Yeah.
Happy days.
I'll explain a little bit more about
100%.
No worries.
All right, take care,
Awesome,
guys.
cheers,
Have a
mate.
great evening, all right?
I like the colour.
Yeah, cool. What is it?
Shore grips. I think it's... I have no idea. I ain't got my glasses on. So there you go, guys. Just to show you that it's not live, but it's pretty live.
It is.
And,
It is.
we just get stuff chucked at us.
I mean, in
I
terms
couldn't
of...
catch it.
I was going to say, in terms of the interaction, then, have you had any interaction with other manufacturers today as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I got some side eyes from certain manufacturers.
ooh, bloody hell. I know you took a nice picture as well earlier, didn't you?
I took a lovely picture, right, guys? So we'll be doing it again tomorrow.
Same stand as well.
I hope so. Right. So we've been giving out Navitas bags. Like first thing this morning, the discount code for the website, but also a catalogue and bits and bobs in there. Nice, big, bright Navitas lime green bag. And walking around earlier, then I walked past one of our competitors' stand. Just say it. I was walking past the Electrician stand, and I'll put up here when I do the editing. There'll be a picture of it. See two guys there with their Navitas bags on, sat talking to the Electrician rep. It just made me smile. I was like, I love that.
Has that been the highlight of your day?
No, but it's up there.
James' favourite moment is do you remember we were talking about vocabulary?
Yeah.
Well, I get tongue-tied. That's my thing. That's our folks. Yeah. Highlight of the day?
You're going to kill me for saying this, but my cinnamon muffin.
That was good. I also had one as well. Would recommend to a friend. Made them like £4. I wasn't trying to sponsor you for that. I'm sorry, pal. Mate, it was warm as well. That was the weirdest thing. It was so good. It was so good. And
Meanwhile, I had a packet of cheese and onion crisps.
Yeah, that was it. That's the 4-pack of crisps I bought today as well.
Do you know what I could? Do you know what? This is what I thought. This is this guy. We're talking to people.
Yeah.
Man buys cheese and onion crisps.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that.
No, I guessed. Because I noticed you bought yourself a packet as well.
Well, I bought those lightly salted.
So guys, look,
and
we have
sausage and mustard.
obviously we have the best podcast in the world. We have the best podcast studio on tour. We have the best consumer in the world, best consumer stand on tour, but the worst breath.
That's a valid point.
Everyone is leaving, so I suggest we pack up and go to the bar.
Yes. Go to the bar. What's the drink of choice tonight then, guys?
Ooh, the drink. And a cinnamon muffin. Cinnamon
Cinnamon
Guys,
muffin.
I'm done. This is
And a
tired.
cinnamon
Right.
muffin.
It's been a pleasure. Day 2. I will see you with my cinnamon muffin.
Right, guys, we're on to our next guest, and it is James. So if I let you introduce yourself, what you do, where you work, or whatever you want to say, so go for it.
I'm James, I'm from Suffolk, Ipswich. I work for Stokes and Cahill Electrical. 22 years old, yeah.
Oh, is it? What kind of industry are you in? You domestic, commercial, industrial?
We do a bit of everything really, to be fair. So, a bit of domestic stuff, new builds, and then commercial stuff. I'm in a bus depot at the minute.
What do you like doing the most?
I don't mind either, to be fair. It's quite nice to learn, do different things. I enjoy it.
Well, I know for myself, I hate domestic doing. Well, I keep saying this. I hate certain domestic jobs or the customers to it. I'd rather have like nightmare customers or a nightmare job.
Well, when they're looking over your shoulder the whole time. And stuff.
Well, anything. Just not. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter to you the paying side of things, but you just go in some houses and the customer's just a dickhead, basically.
Yeah, you go in a few houses where they can be a bit funny, or the house smells a bit, and you wipe your feet on the way out.
What's the worst one you've had?
I don't know. I think it's just like you go in some houses and they're just really dirty and everything's in the way, and you've got to move it to get to places you want to be. And
yeah, I know. I think it's
like
so like some people just do not clean their house. You can just see that.
I've not had any weird experiences, but like, that's like just the worst, I guess.
What's 3 things you love about being an electrician?
The variety of the work.
I agree.
Like being on site with the lads and that, having a laugh.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't know. I just really enjoy it. It's interesting, and yeah.
Yeah, there's always something new in it. I find there's a lot to it. Yeah, do you like work with many different people, or is it just like 2 of you in the same van? Do you like bob about? Or?
Well, I'm still an apprentice. I haven't quite finished yet, but so I'm normally with someone, but starting to do little bits here and there. And
on your own, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You're doing that. What are you, level 2, 3?
So I'm in my last year of going to college 1 day a week, and then sort of got a portfolio and.
Oh, you do it getting ready for the AM too.
Yeah.
Is it changed much? Well, I suppose you wouldn't know, but when I was doing it, it was just like you got certain like containment cables you need to use. You do a write up on each one, and then they basically mark it. Is that the same? And then you have your AM too.
Yeah, so we sort of like in the practical side, we do on a board. We do the practical work, so like we set tasks, maybe some PVC conduit or just some flat.
You do this in college?
Yeah, in college, and then
I never had that.
Then like in the workshop bit, we do like workshop in the afternoon, theory in the morning, or halfway around, and he sort of does an assessment. So he'll come and measure it up. He'll set us like measurements and stuff, and we have to follow plan as such.
Oh, that's good. Is that part of the assessment, or is that like that's for your MVQ, as in you can use that for your portfolio, or?
I'm not sure what you use on the portfolio. It might be. I think it does build up to it, but you do it like. It just runs alongside, so you do it, he sets the assessment, he marks it, and it does go towards it at the end actually, I guess, yeah.
So I remember when I was in college, we never went into a practical room, because we was doing 4 days a week working and 1 day a week in college. Every time we go to college, it would just be theory.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So is that similar?
So we do theory in the afternoon actually, and in the morning we do practical.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think they should have done more practical. So there were certain things you just don't do.
Yeah.
So you're never gonna learn it. But yeah, it's what's some things you hate about being an electrician? Then it's got to be something you don't like.
Some tight lofts are pretty rough. Tight spaces, trying to get kitchens or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Or when you've done something to the plan and it all changes and you've got to.
Oh, so you work quite a lot of the time. You work from plans, do you?
Yeah, a lot.
That's good.
Quite a lot. Not the biggest.
And then you install it, and then it changes. And then that's a nightmare.
Yeah, that is a nightmare.
Is that more on domestic or commercial and stuff like that?
Both, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, bit of both.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Hope it wasn't too bad for you. But
no, that's all right.
Thanks, because we've had a lot of people coming here and they're like a bit camera shy, which I get.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you. Have you got any socials you want to shout out? Have you got any Instagram or anything?
Yeah, you can follow my Instagram. I think it's James_Porter__, or shout out the Ipswich Eagles TikTok page.
There we go.
There you go, my cycling club.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Right, guys, we're on to the next guest, and if you'd like to introduce yourselves on this one, and then we'll crack on. So we'll start with you.
Hi, my name's Ben. I'm from Toolbox Talks for Electricians, who I've done social media influencing sort of thing online for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and yourself?
I'm Luke. I'm from Freeman Electrical. I'm quite new to the whole social media side, but yeah.
Enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well, you like creating content yourself now, or?
Yeah, so I've just started. I've been doing about 10 months now for both, like the social media and working for myself.
Oh, is it? Are you finding both of them?
I love it. The TikTok I was a bit nervous about.
What, in terms of like in your face and voice? And
It was more recording me and talking to it.
Yeah.
But then it was also the hate, like cause all the know-it-all sparks in the comments. But it's all part of it, to be fair. I do enjoy the hate.
Yeah.
But
thrive off it in a way, yeah.
It
shows that you're being noticed.
Yeah.
People care enough to give you a rubbish comment.
I know, but there's always someone that's like, oh, I would have done like this. And it's okay.
But you weren't here, mate. You didn't get paid for it, so it doesn't matter your comment, but thank you for it.
Yeah. No, you just got to try and ignore that, haven't you?
Definitely.
Do you get much of it?
Yeah. Quite a lot. But the thing is, as well, you do something, and sometimes you get someone to come along and give you a decent comment to say, look, what have you tried doing it like this, Ben? You're like, well, that's a bloody good idea. No, I haven't. So you learn from these other guys as well that give you a bit of advice, not just someone that says, you're, what they call you, cowboy.
Cowboy. You're going to get people who are just going to comment shit no matter what's on there. But as long as you know you're like trying to help people or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you're trying to explain how something works or explain how you do it, because then people might learn from you. And then when you sort of advance in a way, then it adds on, doesn't it? Like you're teaching other people to learn from you, and they're learning from someone else as well.
Yeah, makes sense. With like your content, how are you finding it like to grow? Like lately, I find it quite difficult. I
think it's changed the game a little bit, hasn't it? It's not necessarily like you look on my YouTube thing. There's 20,000 followers, but I publish a video, and it gets 300 views.
Yeah.
Like, well, what's happened to the rest of them dudes then? Because they're not watching the videos.
No.
So I think it's more relevance now. If people watch a little bit and they think, hang about, yeah, I'm interested in this. Like I did one on hive heating controls.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe a lot of people are searching for hive heating controls on how to wire them. So that's interesting because I've done it before.
Yeah, so like YouTube, they look for engagement, don't they? And
Yeah.
then if you get quite a lot of engagement, they'll push your videos out more.
Definitely,
That's the thing. And obviously, there's a lot more people doing it now to what it was 2 years ago. And like 2 years before that, there's so much more people doing it, which is not, but I think it's a good thing.
It definitely, because someone said to me once, having an online presence is a bit like an online CV. That was you.
Oh, yeah.
On the podcast you came on, you said it is. Having an online presence is a bit like a CV. You can show someone it, and then they can trust you a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, well, probably yourself, and it'd probably be yourself, if not now, if you went for a job, you say, look, I could sit here and you could talk to me. If you looked at my socials, what I'm about, what I'm passionate about, I think it just ticks so many boxes for an employer straight away. Because they just get a feel of you.
That you're doing it right. And that's the same for you, Luke, sort of thing. When you start, you can say to people, check out my socials, sort of work I've done in the past, like maybe pictures of a kitchen you've done, a rewire you've done, to show what you've done. And then they're going about, he's done this before, he'll do a good job for me.
Yeah, I had a customer the other week that I did like those Energy wireless switching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd done one of them for some guy's living room. It's LED all around it, and it got me. I had a few comments like asking, "Can you do it for me?" Quote, how much?
And that's how it escalates, doesn't it?
I got one of them, but the other two were like, "Oh, I'm not paying that."
Yeah, didn't realise that costs that much.
Are you both? You're domestic. Are you domestic? You're domestic as well.
Domestic, commercial, industrial sort of thing. Yeah, it's mostly domestic though.
Yeah. Do you both enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like at the minute, I'm doing a refurb on a pub, and like I was saying earlier, I want a cherry picker up, changing these little LED lamps, and that's something different you don't do every day on a cherry picker.
Yeah.
So I had to actually use my RPAF licence because when you went and done it, the last time I did it, I think it's lasted 5 years.
Yeah.
And I did it 2 years ago, so I ain't been on a cherry picker for a couple of years. So
Again,
it was a bit
pressing
scary.
all the buttons. There's like 20
I know,
buttons.
working out how it works, and now they've got these stupid things on where you got to put your carabiner through it. Oh, it don't work anymore.
Oh, that's on there now, is it?
Yeah, you've got to put it on to make it go.
Yeah.
Took me a little while to work that out.
How are you finding domestic yourself?
Well, for me, it's a whole new ball game because with my old company, we were mainly commercial industrial.
Yeah.
So since I've gone out on my own, I'm like, oh my god, chasing up walls, floorboards, it's all
completely different ball
nightmare.
game.
Yeah,
do you enjoy it, or do you think this is rubbish?
I love it because it's new.
Yeah.
Like it's something completely different. Like with commercial, I love doing that because it was just conduit down the wall, like none of this.
So you're a
chasing
master at steel conduit then?
Oh, I love doing it.
Bonus. That's going to be a bonus in the future, I think, because a lot of people are having like maybe a garage refit and they want it in like contemporary steel conduit.
Yeah, I think conduit's quite a nice finish.
It looks
if I
good.
had a dream house, I'd like to have like a wall with like conduit on. And,
You'd have a workshop or so, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
sort of thing.
it'd be good. Have you both had any like nightmare stories from customers, or a nightmare job, anything?
I've got this one job that always sticks in my mind because it winds me up. You know when you do spotlights, you do them nice, straight, in a line.
Yeah.
And the woman, I did them in this kitchen. It was like going into a V, so I did a nice straight in a line. The lady come back, and obviously it's her house. She goes, no, I want one above the fridge, I want one above the sink, and it was just random on the ceiling.
No, dotted about everywhere.
Yeah, I had to change it all. It wound me up. I obviously did it, but I always remember that thinking, I wasn't proud of how that looked.
Shit, right.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, what about yourself? You had a nightmare customer?
For me, mine's quite recent. Like I've had to reschedule my job for in 3 weeks because they're doing way too much without actually getting prices, getting how everything's going to go, and they're basically doing a massive extension. They've got to smash their wall down where the fuse board is, where the main cutout is, and they haven't spoke to the DNO because they need that obviously moved.
Right.
So I can't do the board change. And then they want 3-phase. DNO quoted them like $8,000. So like, oh, can you install me solar and I'll get 3-phase on that? I was like, I don't think that's how it works. But they won't have it, and they're trying to like, that is how it works. I can just have solar and I'll be able to give myself 3-phase. I was like, you can't.
Oh, yeah, that's not how
yeah,
it works.
that's not how it
you're
works.
trying to help someone out, and but they think you're trying to say, no, you can't do it.
Yeah, but,
Trying to educate them and say, look into it a bit more.
It's been a nightmare, and because he's bought his own cable. He's got 10mm 4-core, and he said, can we do 32 amps to do the black cable, 32 to do the brown, to do 3-phase in his shed. So L1 will be on one breaker, and L2. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Have you done your solar courses?
I haven't, no.
No, I've done it, but I just feel like I find it with every course. I feel like you need to be doing it day in, day out to actually learn it.
To keep, you learn more on the job, don't you? A lot
So
of the
much.
time.
I feel like when you do a course, like I've done the solar course, I come from that, and I was like, okay, I understand it.
Yeah.
But I still do not feel confident if I have to go and quote the job.
Yeah, but you think that's similar to the lads that go to college? They go to college and they get the qualification, and then you put them on a job, and they're like, well, I ain't sure.
Yeah.
You've got to do the work, haven't you, to gain the experience?
Yeah, and because I jumped on a job with Mark Allison after doing my solar. Was it before or after? I can't remember.
Oh, they were doing solar?
Yeah.
Oh, bonus, yeah.
And I learned so much more on jumping on a job.
Seeing it and doing it.
Hands-on, it's just so much
possibly
better.
how your brain works then, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need to see it to recognise it, to remember.
And it's like, sometimes what they teach you in the course is just so over, like, what it needs to. It doesn't need to be that technical.
No, you can put it in layman's terms, I think. Yeah.
Would you both going to look at doing your solar? Because if you both do domestic,
I'm
surely
not sure.
you've got to be getting.
I think if I was getting quieter on work and I wanted to advance into solar or build my business up to advance into solar or EV, but I've never installed an EV charger and I've never installed solar panels because I'm so busy doing what I do at the minute.
You don't need to.
I don't need to. No, I think it would be a good thing to look for. I don't know if you were going to build up in the future, but no, not at the minute.
Fizz, what's both? Like, what's your 5-year plan? Have you got like an idea where you want to be in like 5 years?
Probably, but it will change all the time. You have to adapt, don't you?
Does,
like you say, you build it up, because I'm quite comfortable with how I've been an electrician for like 20 years, and I'm niching down on the customers that I do work for, like property developers and sort of stuff like that. So I don't have to quote too much anymore. But no, I've never really thought about a 5-year plan.
Would you think, do you want boys working for you at that? You just want to do yourself?
I've had lads work for me before, and I don't know, I don't like the stress. I'm old and lazy. And I feel like I don't want to be busy and boom. So before I had lads working with me and I was busy, but it just got stressful. So stressful that I quit for 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I jacked in for 2 years being an electrician.
What was you doing for 2 years then?
Not much.
Oh, is it?
Buying and selling motorbikes.
No way.
Just stuff online, really. Faffing around, went out to Australia. Crazy. And then I sort of come back into it, but then it was so easy to start up again.
Okay.
Just a few people that I spoke to said, yeah, I'm back doing work, and that was it. Bang, bang, bang. And you were just busy. The first 2 weeks, that was it. So I tried to narrow it down. A lot of the old customers that I had, I obviously put my prices up, and thought, well, I don't want to do it for pennies or anymore, sort of thing. I want to do it for this much. And a lot of the customers are lost, but other customers that valued me for the work I did, I've just kept, and I've carried on doing work for them.
That's good. With yourself, you got like where you want to be or anything like that, or you just kind of riding the wave and see where
I
you
think
go?
because I'm quite new to all this, I think it's just trying to get month by month. Like, I've done really well, to be fair, with keeping work, and I've not really had any days off because I can't get the work. But I think for a 5-year plan, it's quite hard to think of.
I think it's quite a good idea. I've never really thought about it, have you?
No, I've never thought
It's
of
a
it.
good idea what Jimbo says about having a 5-year plan. I'm going to go home now and write it down, thinking, right, where do I want to be? I'll probably start with Thailand.
But I'm like you. I'd want to be on my own. Like, that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I've always thought I just kind of want to do my own thing. But I always worry, if I get injured, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to have something I can either make money from a computer, or you have boys working for you that can make you money.
Keep the business going.
So, and not everything completely relies on my physical myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So
Well, the solution to that is we're quite clever as electricians, so who is going to be the first to invent an AI robot? Called Ben.
VR.
Yeah, exactly.
VR,
Yeah, exactly. A VR would be spot on, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, I've got a Meta Quest. I could do that.
You never know where the world could go, man.
You never know, man, I tell you.
Send out a bunch of robots, like,
Yeah.
for people with VR.
And then when you get asked for extras off some single lady, you can say, yeah, this robot can do it.
Yeah, you're not leaving
Put the money in the slot.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the old tellies where you have to put coins
Exactly,
in.
yeah. You can't be that old to remember that, surely.
I remember having a sleepover with one of my friends when I was younger, and I was like, what's this? And he was putting coins in the back of the telly, and to obviously get it going.
Oh, yeah, that's proper
That's
old
good. Like,
stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
the robot would stop working then. If the money runs out, so
That is not a bad idea, right? Yeah.
Like, we're onto something here.
Right, here we go. Cut this one. Let's cut something right down.
No, I appreciate that, guys. Thanks for jumping on.
Not a problem.
It's been a struggle getting people on, so yeah, really appreciate it. I think that was a good one. So,
Cool,
yeah.
no worries.
Shout out to the socials. Do you want to do your social?
Toolbox Talks for Electricians.
I'm just Freeman Electrical.
There we go. So thank
Perfect.
you guys.
Laters.
Guest, and it's OM Electrical. Let me introduce yourself, just what you do, who you are a little bit, and then we'll just crack on.
So, normal day-to-day Sparky, TikTok, Instagram, day in the lives, install videos, pretty much that's it. Yeah, average Sparky.
And then the content side of things then?
So content side of things, like I said, day in the life. I always like to put up a vlog pretty much every single day, stay consistent, and then install videos, socket installs, fuse boards.
I will give you that. You are very consistent. Like, hats off. Like, I remember speaking to you when you pretty much started, I think, or close to starting, and you've just been consistent ever since.
Yeah.
And you just smashed it.
It's been a struggle. It's been a long road, but I say to every single person, like, when they're starting out social media, Instagram, TikTok, the best thing is consistency.
Yeah, it is.
Just putting out 1 video to 3 videos a day. When I first started, I was doing 3 videos a day for 2 years.
Crazy.
It was.
But that's got you where you are on there now, really.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, but it's definitely working out now.
So I just asked the guys who was last on, RD Davis and the Tall Sparky, a similar question is, how are you finding it now? Do you still enjoy it like you was 2 years ago?
Yes.
You do?
I enjoy it. Do you know what? When I first started social media, the reason I started it was I was bored. I was bored of doing electrical. I was bored of being an electrician. So I was subbing at the time, and then the job that I was at, they basically went under, and I had to find a new job. And luckily, I found a new job within the week. But I was like, I'm bored. I'm bored of doing electrical. And then I posted my first video, and then ever since then, I've just enjoyed it. It just gives me a different look on it.
Yeah, I know. It gives you something else you're building.
Yeah, so
you're
not just doing the day-to-day sparking. You've got all the editing side of it. You've got all the video side of it, voiceovers, things like that. It completely changes work.
How do you find the time? So that's my biggest struggle, is the time, really. So obviously you're working, and you're working for yourself now as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
How are you finding time to do it?
Pushing a lot of things aside.
Yeah.
Pushing a lot of things aside, yeah.
Sacrificing.
Yeah, it's you got to make them big sacrifices. But honestly, I'm filming throughout the day, and then when I'm on my lunch break, I'll edit. It's always been the case. I'll be on my lunch. Always give myself half an hour lunch breather, but I'll be editing. And then I get home about 4, half 4. I'll be editing again till about 6, and then usually it's a post at 6. And it's just constant 20.
This is what people don't realise. So when you get sent free shit, you're like, oh, fucking hell, you're getting sent free shit again. Yeah. But they don't realise that.
People just say, oh yeah, free shit. Yeah, he's doing really well. He's got so many X amount of followers. But the graft that has been put into making this account is...
I've always said it gets to a point where it's like, the hours you've probably put into creating content, you could, if you put that into working hours what you get paid, you could have probably have bought all the tools you've been sent. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, I think it's like anything. If you're putting in the amount of hours into your job, you're going to be paid more.
Yeah.
But like you have to put in them hours.
Yeah. No, because I speak to Ryan and he felt the same as me. Do you ever feel pressure from brands when you agree to like a sponsor? Like to get that, you got to get that video done. But I say you seem quite organised, and you seem to get your shit done with content. To be fair.
Yeah. So when it comes to the brand content side of stuff, I always try and get it like in advance. Try and get the videos done in advance.
Yeah.
So they're set up ready to go for that month, because brands they be like 2 videos a month.
Yeah.
Which it don't sound like a lot, but then you have the processing of like you're reporting back to them, getting the approval, doing all the editing. It does take a lot of time, and you do get a lot of pressure. The thing is, I've had to. It might sound a bit big-headed, but I've had to say no to a lot of companies.
Yeah.
I will have so many companies reach out to me. Can you do a video on this? Can you do brands? Can you work with us? And I just have to say no, because I haven't got the time.
It's not possible. And it's probably what I've done. I've messed up a little bit. Is you don't want to over-sponsor as well, which I probably am at the minute. Don't get me wrong. I won't sponsor shit that I don't like or believe in. But you don't want to become like a sales channel as well. Do you know what I mean? And I do feel like I'm sponsoring too much at the minute.
Yeah,
but I find your content is very natural, very organic.
Because I say to brands, I sort of I know you're trying to sell the product and things like that, but I would say to brands like integration into a day in their life. It's got to be natural, organic. It's got if I'm just sitting there, buy this now. Yeah. People are going to be like, I don't want to watch your channel anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to flood it as well. Everyone's saying, I'll pay you this amount to promote this. And then, you could be like, I'll take every single one on each month. And then you're doing like 10 brand deal videos a month, and your whole channel's just branded content.
Yeah, you have got to definitely balance it.
That's
for sure.
Yeah, you could be raking in the money, but...
Have you got any exciting things coming up that you can share or anything like that, or is it much going on?
In terms of socials?
Anything.
Nah, not really.
Also, you've had your merch drop fairly recently, haven't you?
So the Stay Grafting Workwear had the hoodies come out, the T-shirts are out, and now it's just sort of at that point where it's on the website if you want to buy it. I talk about it now and then. I don't want to flood it I don't want to flood just sell people stuff all the time. So it's on the website if you want to buy it. It's sort of a merch. If you say, it's basically a merch that...
Is that difficult to run, doing a merch? I forgot to tell you, I seen someone walking around your hoodie on yesterday.
Is it? That's rad. That's rad. It's difficult to run. At first, it's a total different world. Yeah. Obviously, we're used to sparking and things like that, but doing online retail, totally different world. Obviously, you're going to have customers that, it's too small. I've ordered the wrong size, and then you're dealing with them.
You got to deal with all that.
Yeah, but I sort of got it to a stage where it's I give it to my sister now.
I was going to say, surely you need to. There's no way you can be doing your job, your socials.
Obviously, I'd place the orders for T-shirts, hoodies, things like that. So I'll do all the ordering, and then I sort of leave all the emails to my sister, Instagram. She sets up the Instagram, does all the emails, because otherwise it's too much.
Yeah, you only got so much time in the day.
Yeah. I've got to make time for the wife as well. So.
And your partners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she ever get my missus hates it sometimes when I'm sat and then she'll be talking to me. And I'm not even processing what she's saying because I'm in the middle of editing a video or something.
Yeah. I think us men struggle to do a lot of things at once. So yeah, she hates it.
That's fair enough.
She hates it. She absolutely hates it. Like she understands it better now. But when I was first starting out trying to grow the channel and things like that, she's like, why are you sitting on your phone all the time? You're always on your phone. And I'm like, just trust the process.
Yeah, I'm
trust
working.
the process. Like she understands it better now because I'm reaping the rewards. But in the beginning, I don't blame her. Like,
no, I know
you're not getting nothing from it. Like people don't see, what are you gonna get from it?
Yeah.
But it works out. It works out.
Happy to. So make sure you go check out Stay Grafting Workwear.
Yeah,
I had the top off of it. Honestly, I love the quality.
Yeah, the quality.
It's like a cotton, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like silky.
Yeah,
it's
I
nice.
like it is really nice. So yeah, much else happening?
Just grafting.
Stay grafting.
Yeah, just always grafting. Yeah, just pretty much the same. Got a few holidays planned. So,
where are you going?
I've got Cyprus in July.
Nice.
Maybe Dubai.
I swear you're always on holiday.
I love it.
Your holiday vlogs pop out and I'm like, you're always away.
Yeah, I love it. The missus loves it. That's sort of our little thing. So
can't fault
it. There's no point working endless hours and working every day.
No, I totally agree.
I always have to splash out on a holiday.
Yeah.
I love my holidays.
So I've been asking some people like random questions, and the viewers are probably getting fed up with this question now, but it's always interesting to get an answer. If you had all the time and money in the world to master a skill or a hobby, what are you choosing?
To master any skill.
Any skill. We've had a variety. We've had a couple of the same. But what is OM's thing you'd love to do if you had all the time and money in the world?
Just be a master of skydiving.
That is random.
Something I'd always wanted to do, but just imagine you could do that every single day.
Fair enough.
And get paid for it.
Skydiving?
Yeah.
That doesn't scare you or anything like that?
It scares me, that's why I want to do it.
I love that answer. Fair play, that's a good one.
Random, but yeah that's me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What was your answer?
They've heard about 1 million times now, F1 driver.
F1 driver.
Traveling the world, racing. I think it's pretty cool. Like, do you know what I mean? If you could be anything.
Yeah, for me, that's not for me, so.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll skydive.
Now, appreciate you coming on. Go and check out his socials. OM Electrical, no. Was it OM underscore electrical?
Yeah, OM Electrical underscore.
Yeah.
Instagram.
So go and check it out if you're not already following it. Anyway.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, cheers.